9 royal tiaras that can never be inherited. They say diamonds last forever, but what if forever refuses to be owned? They shimmer in portraits buried deep in velvet vaults, flash under chandeliers, and crown generations of queens, yet too sacred to inherit. From a diadem that broke on a royal bride's head to another smuggled out of a collapsing empire. These are the treasures that belong to history itself, each one dazzling, dangerous, untouchable. Because these aren't just tiaras, they're prisoners of power. Because in this royal story, bloodlines don't matter. Ownership is an illusion. These are the 9 royal tiaras too powerful that can never be inherited. Queen Mary's Fringe Tiara. The Queen Mary's Fringe Tiara, a masterpiece born of precision, diamonds, and royal sentiment. Crafted in 1919 by Garrard for Queen Mary, it glitters with 47 diamond bars set in gold and silver, each tapering like frozen rays of light. Yet, beneath its sharp geometry lies a tender secret. The diamonds once adorned a necklace gifted to Queen Mary by Queen Victoria herself. But what makes this tiara unforgettable isn't just its brilliance, it's its drama. On the morning of Princess Elizabeth's wedding in 1947, as the young bride prepared to step into history, the tiara snapped in two. Chaos ensued. The royal jeweller was rushed in under tight security, repairing it just in time, though a faint gap in the frame still betrayed that morning's panic. Over the years, it became a sacred heirloom of royal brides, worn by Princess Anne in 1973 and Princess Beatrice in 2020, each carrying forward a legacy that began with Queen Mary's devotion and Queen Elizabeth II's sentimental pride. And yet, despite its deep emotional ties, this tiara can never be inherited. It belongs not to any single royal woman, but to the crown itself, passed only from monarch to monarch, locked forever in royal custody, a treasure adored, but never owned. Diamond Daisy Bandeau. The Diamond Daisy Bandeau may look ethereal, light as a whisper, delicate as spring, but behind its soft sparkle lies a royal truth few know. Crafted around 1910 in Edwardian style, this bandeau is a garland of tiny diamond daisies, each petal set in platinum to catch light like frost on morning petals. The piece was acquired by King Harold V and Queen Sonia as a wedding gift for Mette Marit Tjesem-Højby upon her marriage to Crown Prince Haakon in 2001. Though it seemed like a romantic personal gift, it was never truly hers to own. The tiara belongs to the Norwegian royal vault, a jewel of state, not of possession. Its meaning runs deeper than gold or diamonds. The daisy symbolizes innocence and renewal, making it a tiara reserved for the Crown Princess of Norway, a tradition as binding as royal duty itself. That's why, no matter how deeply Mette Marit cherished it, the Diamond Daisy Bandeau can never be inherited by Princess Ingrid Alexandra. It will pass not by blood, but by title. From her wedding day at Oslo Cathedral to state banquets, royal portraits, and the 18th birthday gala of Prince Christian of Denmark, Mette Marit has worn it like a symbol of grace in bloom. Yet one day it will leave her, quietly, elegantly, just as it once arrived. Burmese Ruby Tiara. It burns like a crown of living flame. 96 rubies, each one said to guard its wearer against illness and misfortune. Commissioned by Queen Elizabeth II in 1973, the Burmese Ruby Tiara was Garrard's creation of royal necessity and myth. Its rubies, a wedding gift from the people of Burma, are set in clusters of Tudor roses, a fusion of England's heraldic past and the Queen's modern reign. Diamonds salvaged from the dismantled Nizam of Hyderabad tiara form the dazzling framework, transforming symbolism into sovereignty. It wasn't simply a jewel, it was a triumph she earned, a gift transformed through vision and restraint. But here lies the twist. This tiara can never be inherited. It was forged not as private property, but as a state jewel, bound to the crown itself, a gift from one nation to another. Its legacy belongs to Britain, not to bloodlines. It may rest upon the head of a future queen, but never as her own. From her Silver Jubilee tour in 1977 to state banquets with American and Korean presidents, Elizabeth wore it as both armour and emblem. Its final blaze came in 2019, the Queen's last great state banquet, before passing to Camilla in 2023. Yet even now, it remains a jewel that outlives ownership and refuses to be possessed. Dutch Sapphire Tiara. Some jewels pass through bloodlines, others belong to history itself. One of the grandest creations in all of Europe's royal vaults, the Dutch Sapphire Tiara is a spectacle of blue fire and white brilliance. Crafted in 1881 by Maison van der Steel in Paris, it shimmers with 655 diamonds and 33 rare Ceylon sapphires, arranged in soaring arches that resemble a crown carved from moonlight. King Willem III commissioned it for Queen Emma, paying a fortune, about €1.2 million in today's value, to create what would become the ultimate emblem of Dutch regality. But here's the twist. No queen can ever call it her own. The tiara belongs not to a person, but to a foundation, the Stichting Regalia van het Huis van Oranje Nassau. This means it can never be inherited, only worn by reigning queens or consorts as guardians of a national treasure. Queen Emma wore it during the 1898 inauguration of Queen Wilhelmina, marking the end of her regency with sapphires blazing like captured twilight. Decades later, Queen Juliana, Queen Beatrix, and now Queen Maxima have revived its majesty. Maxima most memorably during the 2013 inauguration of King Willem Alexander. Each time it appears, the tiara whispers the same truth. It does not belong to them. It belongs to the crown itself, and when a queen leaves, it waits for the next. Swedish Cameo Tiara. It looks delicate, but its story is anything but. 7 Napoleonic cameos rise from a bed of seed pearls and red gold, each carved with scenes from ancient mythology. Cupid and Psyche, the triumph of love, the fall of Troy. Look closely and you'll find the signatures of Giuseppe Girometti and Filippo Rega, Napoleon's own master carvers. This is no ordinary diadem, it's a crown sculpted in history. Created in France around 1809, Napoleon gifted the cameo parure to his empress, Josephine. From her, it travelled through bloodlines. Queen Josefina of Sweden, Princess Sibylla, Queen Sylvia, all women who wore it as both ornament and omen. It crowned brides, marked alliances, and carried whispers of empire and exile. Yet for all its beauty, it can never be inherited. The cameo tiara belongs to the Swedish state treasury, a national heirloom, not a family one. It cannot be sold, gifted, or claimed. It exists above ownership, bound by royal law and history itself. From Queen Sylvia's 1976 wedding to Crown Princess Victoria's in 2010, it has crowned only the brides destined to be queen. Fragile, revered, and dangerously irreplaceable. The cameo tiara isn't just worn, it's borrowed from eternity. Khedive of Egypt Tiara. This is no ordinary diamond tiara, it's a whisper of royal romance and a symbol of a promise made beneath Egyptian skies. The Khedive of Egypt Tiara, designed by Cartier, gleams with delicate diamond scrolls that form a wreath-like halo, capturing the grace of Belle Epoque design. It was a wedding gift from the Khedive of Egypt to Princess Margaret of Connaught in 1905, marking her marriage to Crown Prince Gustav Adolf of Sweden, a love story that began in Egypt itself. But what began as a royal token of affection soon became something much deeper. After Margaret's untimely death, the tiara passed to her daughter, Queen Ingrid of Denmark, who immortalised it as the bridal crown for every female descendant. From Queen Margrethe II and Queen Anne-Marie to Princesses Benedict, Alexandra, Alexia and Natalie, the tiara has crowned generations of royal brides, and yet none of them can ever truly own it. Bound by a family foundation, the Khedive tiara cannot be sold, inherited or taken beyond Margaret's bloodline. It exists in perpetual trust, belonging to all, yet possessed by none. Today, Queen Anne-Marie of Greece guards it like a relic of love and legacy, its diamonds glittering not just with light, but with loyalty. And when her daughter, Princess Theodora, finally wears it for her wedding, the circle of history will close once more. The Vladimir Tiara. The Vladimir Tiara is not just a jewel, it's a survivor, a masterpiece of Russian opulence and British legacy. It was born in 1874 for Grand Duchess Vladimir, crafted by Bolin in interlocking diamond circles with swinging pear-shaped pearls, designed to shimmer with every turn of the head. Later, Queen Mary transformed it, adding an ingenious twist, interchangeable drops of Cambridge emeralds or pearls depending on the occasion. But behind its glitter lies drama worthy of a royal thriller. During the Russian Revolution, it was smuggled out of St. Petersburg in Gladstone bags by men disguised as workmen, barely escaping the fall of the Romanovs. Damaged but not destroyed, it resurfaced in London, where Queen Mary acquired it, repaired it, and made it her own. When Queen Elizabeth II inherited it, the Vladimir Tiara became one of her most beloved jewels, worn for state visits to Sweden, Paris, the US, and countless royal banquets. Yet here's the twist: it can never be inherited. The tiara now belongs to the crown jewels, reserved for reigning monarchs, not private ownership. So while it once graced Elizabeth's head in dazzling emeralds, its future remains locked behind palace vaults, waiting for the next sovereign. And today, that honour belongs to Queen Camilla, who now carries its legacy into a new royal age. The Girls of Great Britain and Ireland Tiara. Balanced, luminous, and eternally regal, this is the diadem that defined a queen. Set in silver and gold, its festoon and fleur-de-lis design shimmers with countless diamonds, a masterpiece of Garrod craftsmanship first created in 1893 as a wedding gift for Princess Mary of Teck, the future Queen Mary. The tiara was funded by a committee of young women from across Britain and Ireland, hence its endearing name. A jewel born not of a crown's command but of the people's admiration. When Queen Mary gifted it to her granddaughter, Princess Elizabeth, as a wedding present in 1947, it became more than a jewel. Elizabeth affectionately called it Granny's Tiara. It framed her face on stamps, coins and portraits, the sparkling silhouette of a modern monarch. From state banquets in Singapore to her final diplomatic receptions, it remained her chosen diadem, her silent signature. But here lies the twist. Despite its personal sentiment, the tiara is not hers to give. Officially part of the royal collection, it belongs to the crown itself, not the family. No daughter or granddaughter may inherit it. It lives in the vaults, awaiting the next sovereign's head. And now, after decades of belonging only to Elizabeth, the question lingers, will anyone ever wear Granny's tiara the same way again? The Queen Alexandra's Kokoshnik Tiara. Inspired by the grandeur of the Russian court, Queen Alexandra's Kokoshnik Tiara is an architectural wall of light. Crafted by Garrod in 1888, its 61 diamond bars hold a staggering 488 glittering stones, creating a radiant sunray effect that dances under candlelight. Alexandra herself had requested it, a mirror to her sister, the Empress of Russia's Kokoshnik Tiara, making it as much a symbol of sisterhood as of empire. But here's the catch. This masterpiece can never be privately inherited. It's part of the crown jewels state collection, belonging not to any individual but to the sovereign. No princess, no duchess, no matter how royal, can ever claim it as her own. From Queen Mary's stately portraits to Queen Elizabeth II's countless state banquets, the tiara became a silent witness to diplomacy, duty, and decades of reign. Elizabeth adored it for its clean, commanding brilliance, unfussy, eternal, and unmistakably royal. She wore it everywhere, from the 1957 US tour to her 1976 White House dance with President Ford. Today, it rests on Queen Camilla's head, its fourth queen, but only as a custodian, never as an owner. Because the Kokoshnik doesn't belong to anyone. It belongs to history, and history never gives back what it claims. Thank you for watching. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more sparkling stories. We would love to know your thoughts on which tiara was most beautiful and why.